Okay guys, we're going to work on a little bit of technique. So we're going to start with our pirouettes. We're going to start with our feet together and we're going to do some ankle stretches. So what I want you to do is hands on your hips, feet glued together. We're going to point our left foot forward and we're just doing circles. Circle it 1, 2, 3, 4. Point and close. And other foot forward. We're circling it 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. If you notice in this video that I'm really making sure I'm making a full circle with my ankle so I'm getting the full stretch, okay? Try that at home. Keep those hands on your hips, feet glued together. We're going to go plie, straighten, releve, lower. Keep those feet glued together. Plie, straighten, releve, lower. 2 more times. Plie, straighten, releve, lower. Plie, squeeze those ankles. Releve. Good. We're going to do 20 just releves. We're going up 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you should feel the burn, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, feel it, 17, 18, 19, 20, good. Go ahead and shake out those legs if you need to. March in place, march in place. Good. Now that our legs are sort of warmed up, we're going to briefly go into how we do our pirouette. So I'm going to turn and face the back so you can follow me. So remember, 7 is that we squeeze up, heels lift off the floor, arms come to each like a slap on your leg almost. So 7 is just a rise up. 8, we step back with our right foot and our left foot stays in place. I want you guys to pay attention to that. So our left foot is going to stay in place. We go up and I slide my right foot back. Okay? From here, can you see that both of my knees are bent? The only difference is that my weight is centered between them, so if you need to do a couple bounces, 1, 2, 3, 4, go ahead and do that. But your back heel needs to be up. I'm not here. My back heel is up. Okay? As far as arms go, my left is straight out to the side. My right is going to be right in front of me, going straight forward from my shoulder. Okay? So let's go over that again. We come up on our heels. 7, step back. 8, good. And we're going to bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, close. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Up 7, step back 8, bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, close. Last time. We're up 7, we're down 8, we're bouncing 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're going to add that passe up. So our 7 stays the same, our 8 stays the same, but now on 1, from our 8, we're pushing our back leg pushes up, our front leg straightens, and we're going into passe hold. Okay? So let's try it. We're going to try that 4 times. We're going to go up 7, step back 8, up 1, and out if you can. Okay? Really work on straightening that bottom leg so that you have a good leg to turn on. Okay? Again, we're going up 7. We're down on 8. We're picking up 1 and out. Beautiful. 2 more times. Really try to hold it as long as possible. We're going up 7, 8, up 1, out. Good. Last one. you guys are already working on your single turns. If you feel brave enough, start working on that double, but nothing is going to change. Our 7 is going to stay the same. Our 8 is going to stay the same. That back leg is still going to pick up and go into that nice passe. You see that flat level right here? That's what we're looking for. The only thing is now we're adding that turn, okay? Back leg is always going to pick up. So I'm going up, 7. I'm going back, 8. Okay, now we need to talk about which way we're going to turn. So our right leg should be back, and the right leg picks up. From here, our chest is going to turn towards the right wall first. So we are doing an outside turn, which is what Jazz does a lot. So again, our chest is going from the front wall to the right wall, okay? So we're going up, 7, 8, through it, 1, out 2, okay? Go ahead and try that now. We're going up, 7, press 8, that needs to be a low plie, pirouette, 1, out 2. Good, 2 more times. We're going up, 7, 8, pirouette, 1, out 2. Good. Last time, we're going up, 7, 8, pirouette, 1, down 2. Good. If you need to, you can pause the video right here and keep working on those turns, okay? Another thing that you guys can work on, it's kind of hard to show it on the camera, but you can go across your living room floor doing these guys. We're open in plie on 1. We squeeze 2. We open 3. We step forward 4. We pirouette 1 or 5. Out 6. Then we hold 7, 8. Remember, those are across the floors. You can do that in your living room or in your dining room or in your garage, backyard. Go ahead and keep working on those as well, okay? We're going to move on, and we're going to go into our, let's see, what do I want to work with you guys on? Let's go into our leaps. But before we do that, we're going to sort of warm up our feet with some sautés. So, feet are in first. Remember, when we do a sauté, we always start with a plie. What happens in our sauté is I use that plie to give me power. My legs straighten, my toes come up off the floor like this. I point in the air, and then I go toe, ball, heel, down. So again, that's going to be a plie. I use all my power so my leg straightens, and I go up, and I roll through, okay? Your sautés are really, really, really important because that's what all of your jumps are going to be like that, okay? So we're going to take our plie, and we're going to go plie, we're going to sauté 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. That should already be doing, if you're doing it correctly, you should feel a burn in your legs because you're pointing so hard when you come up, okay? So, now that we're moving past that, you can do your sautés in second. So again, starts with a plie, we jump up, we come down. We plie, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, beautiful work, okay? Our feet and our legs should be nice and warmed up. So, I'm going to take a step back. We're working on those leaps. Remember, we talked about our arms. So our arms, let me come forward actually. We start with our right foot pointed forward. Our right arm is to the side. Our left arm is straight out in front of us. Remember, we are going sashay, step, my arms don't change. They close on that second step, step into a first position. I leap and they go into a V. Remember what Miss Madison always tells you. Don't let your V turn into this, okay? This is the correct way. Don't get claws on me, okay? So, we're turning, we're facing the back, we're pointing forward, we're going sashay, step, step, leap, and down. And then you can work on it again, going sashay, step, step, remember that the foot that you point forward with is always the foot that actually leaps, right? So if I'm pointing forward with my right foot, I'm going sashay. My first step is on my right, then I go left, then I'm leaping up onto my right. That way, you can sort of keep track of which way you need to go. Take some time, pause the video if you want, and go ahead and do 5 across the floor, and then come back doing 5 across the floor. Make sure you're counting your steps. You should only have 2 steps in there, okay? So I don't want to see sashay and then run, then leap. You get 2 runs and that's it, okay? All right, last thing we're going to work on is we're going to work on our battements. Feet are going to start, and first we're going to start with some tendus. Remember with our tendu, we did all of that exercise at the beginning where we point and then we laid our foot flat on the floor, right? And we looked to see, was our foot turned out? So turned out means my toes are facing away from my belly button, and if I was on the line on the floor, my foot would be splitting the line. So I'd have one side of my foot and one peg, and the other side of my foot and the other board. So when you're doing your tendus, it's the same way. Your toes need to be facing away from your belly button so that they're nice and turned out. So if we put our hands on our hips, we're going to do 4 tendus with our right foot, 4 tendus with our left foot, then we're going to go into some frappes and dégagés probably. So hands on our waist, we're pointing forward, out, 1, and in. See how my legs stay straight, my leg does not bend. 2, and in, and 3, and in. Point as hard as you can. 4, and in. Another side. 1, and in. And 2, and in. And 3, and in. And 4, and in. Good. We're going to go into some small dégagés. So all that means is I'm doing my tendu. I point, I lift up just a little bit, and then I brush it back in. So I'm going dégagé 1, 2, and then we'll switch to the other side. So we'll do 4 and 4. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Other side. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good. So that same motion is the motion that we get for our battement. I go out in a tendu, I slightly dégagé up, and then my battement is just going higher than that dégagé. So you need to think about toes away from belly button. Toes, 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 and toes, 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 toes. Okay? Think about also not hinging at the waist. We talk about tucking our bums and our abs, and we want to make sure when we're doing our battement that we're not going and losing this top. Okay? We want to keep it nice and straight. So, battements across the floor. We're just going to do straight ones. We're going to go step, battement, step, battement. Okay? I want you to do 10 across the floor, and then I want you to do 10 all the way back. Okay? So pause the video, do your 10 across, and then do your 10 back. Good job, you guys. We're going to move into our combo next.